Alright, hello and welcome everybody to another stream. How you guys doing today? We're going to be going through the 8-man content to get the last few blue mage spells that I need. I don't think I need all of them to do the content that I want to do, but I'm a completionist at heart and I'd like to get it done. So, thanks for tuning in everybody. Kitty, Sun Arcana, appreciate y'all being here early. Day was good. It was rainy today, so I actually had a very good day. Been stressed out still, but it allowed me to relax more than I normally do. So I did take it. I took it a little bit more, a little easier today, cause I gotta take these days as they come. You know what I mean? Explosions, exactly. I already have the explosion. We'll see if there are any more that we can unlock. I think I'm going to attempt this with you guys, if anybody wants to, if you're available, if you want to get on over to Primal. Make your happy way over here, and then we're going to unsync all this content and just try and breeze through it. And then, if that proves to be too long, we'll sync it. But it shouldn't be too bad. Prove that I have the explosion. You asked for it. You freaking asked for it. You freaking asked for it, dude. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't even know. Yeah, bet you feel stupid now, huh? I'm getting rest. I found a buyer on the black market for the kidneys. I only need 30. I only want the, like, I only really want the monsters set. So that should be like the 30 or 40. And then if I'm lucky, I'll get that and the hunters set. Just ones, the first ones. So only need 60. I don't want the whole set. I'm not interested in the whole set. But I should be able to swing 60 while maintaining my fluids and body parts. There's something at work, job position being terminated, so I have something to find different. Yeah. I feel that. So we have something here in Arizona called Access, which when it works is really good. It's for lower income families. We were on it for quite a bit. Took care of our first 2 children, their vaccines, all that stuff, all the goodness. But as soon as COVID hit, we were actually doing better, so we were like starting to make more than Access would allow. So we moved off of Access and we got a new health insurance plan. Everything was fine. Then COVID hit, and then everybody was required to have, or Access was required to accept everybody again. Now, that's okay on the surface. The problem is, I mean, but before all this, Access was also a pain in the neck because it took about a year to process everything. And this is with me having family. Like, my nepotism did not help me at all. My family was working at the hospital. I physically handed my application papers to the people in the hospital, and it still took like a year. So my daughter went almost a year without some of her vaccines because it just decided it wasn't going to process. We still got like the important ones taken care of. Yeah. Anyway, so as soon as COVID hits, everybody's back on Access, and then we're going to the doctor's office, and then we're getting denied or like charged full price. And we're like, what's going on? We have insurance, so this shouldn't be the case. And they're like, oh, well, your insurance got declined because you can't have 2 insurances. I'm like, what do you mean 2 insurances? I only have the one. They're like, oh no, they put you back on Access automatically, so now it defrauds your other one, the one that you tried to get. So that was fun. So we eventually got off of Access again. Like, we want our own insurance. Access is a pain in the neck. It's good in some instances, but government is government, and they're always going to... I'm very Ron Swanson-y when it comes to government stuff. So, yeah. It was just a... It was a time. Anyway, I feel you. Healthcare's a tough deal even when it's free. Saw the Monster Hunter Magic cards and was like, what do you mean this thing kills me? Yeah. Hey there, Rurik. By the monsters, send Jesse a photo of you with Gormagala. It could be fun just to like kind of hang it over people. I've already spent a lot this month. Like, this is I actually got ahead and I did some Christmas shopping for other family members now. I need to do some specific gifts still. Because it's like, yes, I like going to places in person and picking out a gift myself and like finding it. I like treasure hunting. But at the same time, managing all the kids and my stress levels in a public setting is getting less and less feasible every year. And it's much easier to find stuff that you want online. So as impersonal as it is, it's what we're going to be doing for the rest of it. Thank you, Rurik. Appreciate it. Realize that the Moogle Tombstone event is live. Get the Quiver of Light. I've already gotten all that stuff, and I don't care for the bow bun earrings. I imagine Archie. It seems like something Archie would be really into. I don't know why, but I saw it and I was like, Archie. That's right up her alley. For whatever reason, I saw no tweets. I saw no messages, nothing. I assumed. I felt it in the ether. We are going to bring in the peeps today, Necro. A lot of people like food, yes. However, do a lot of people like wearing food? Like, I love a good steak. I'm not going to be like, if they come out with a steak hat, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, that's for me. You know what I mean? Now, new food items to craft and put in your house, I'm all ears. For sure. Absolutely. Wearable food items? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Let me get a couple more while we wait for people to hop on. For this, a food conversation, but would not wear sushi as an earring. Yeah. Made earrings wear like made like pancakes. They were blueberry Ooh, the blueberry. What about chocolate chip pancakes? How much? Well, like what toppings? Like what's the limit on toppings on and ingredients in pancakes? Like it's already borderline not breakfast. It's borderline dessert for breakfast. But like, where's the line actually? Well, I'm curious to see what your actual like opinions are. Okay, there's one. Is there a limit? I feel you. I hear. Okay, heard. I would like. See, actually, was I wrong? Do I like this? No, it's not bad, but. And this one is. Nice and chunky. I do enjoy that. Is this one any good? Did I get one of these already? I did. Yeah, I have this one. Never mind. This is the... I don't mind the gauntlets. My only issue is when they make them a full gauntlet, it kind of screws up the rest of my outfit. But I'm not against it. This one I want, though. That blade looks cool as heck. Scabbards. I don't like the little extra bit here. This is too much. I never like that, but maybe there's an actual reason for it. Is it like bladed? It kind of looks bladed. It's like if you're... Oh yeah, because we use the scabbard for our attacks, don't we? So it needs a blade, so it's not a blunt object. Okay, never mind. We're good. Newbray. Anyway, I want this one. No, 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 no. Shh, 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 shh. And I want this one. Oh, let me go. Let me go. See me. Just put everything on it. Don't let people give you a limit on what you can put in. Do not be held back. Two mix-ins, whipped cream syrup, and maybe 2 to 3 items sprinkled on top. Alright. The Denny's approach. Whatever they serve at Denny's, right? Ooh, there's a conversation. IHOP or Denny's? I didn't have skin in this game until I went to an IHOP, and the local one here, and had an absolutely awful experience. Like, our food would not come out. Like, the server was trying their hardest to get the kitchen staffing gear, and they just wouldn't. Oh, I've been loved. But Denny's, yeah. So Denny's is my jam now. Denny's, I've had a pretty consistently good experience every time. IHOP, I just needed the one, and I never went back. I see a lot of businesses come and go from here. That's one where I'm like, I'll laugh when you guys go out of business. That was terrible. It could have been worse. I'm awfully petty for very little, but that is what it is. Anyway, let's open this up. So just for clarification here, we are going to go through Deltascape 1, Alphascape 3. Chill out. Alphascape 3, Hell's Kier. So Suzaku normal. Castrum Fluminous. Cinderdrift, Dancing Plague should be Titania. Eden's Gate Resurrection. Crown of the Immaculate. Eden's Promise Eternity, and the Dancing Plague again. So I'll let me open up my thing so I know which ones we're going to be looking for, so we don't just nuke this stuff. As much as I'd like to get it done quickly. Let's look here. Need another Ristic study, or I need to find. I need to get some proxies of Ristic study. I have, I think, 2 copies. I don't need to buy any more actual cards. Which one do I have it in? What deck? I want to say it's in my curse deck, because that's all about making people upset anyway. And Ristic Study is a curse in its own. Plumage spells. Down here into the 90s. We need Blaze from Alteroit. So let me open up the party finder now. We're going to go in unsynced. Unsynced blue spell farming 90 plus. I'm just going to keep this open So just join in. If you want your blue mage spells, feel free to come in and leech with us here. It's totally fine. Are you not able to server? Like, what are the data center limits to travel? I thought we were able to go to like Oceania. Yeah, because we were just bringing that up. Like, I always get that comment, like, "Oh, we can't. We'd love to, but we can't." It's like, don't have that excuse anymore. If you don't want to, it's fine. But you should be able to. This animation for these little tassels on the butt are so weird. Excuse me. Should we meet in game at a specific location to party up? No, you should just be able to join the party finder. If you want to, I'll be in Tuliyola. I'm not going to move anywhere. Apparently several of the Monster Hunter cards have typos. Sick. Need to add the new nest cards to the list of cards that you can draw. I kind of want to add different elements. I don't want them to be tokens. I guess tokens could be one rarity of them. Shuttle bag. Yield shuttle bag. I'm gonna put the... There it is. I actually equipped this one. I guess that was the best Dragoon weapon I've had. Pretty sure I have other stuff. Anyway. What is this? Oh, that's a barred bow in it. Ombre. Wonder what the next step is gonna look like. Have we seen concepts for the new relics yet? Have they leaked those? Making them proxies for other cards, that'd be cool. I'm hoping I can grab some of the avatar ones at a decent price. Just the shrine things. Reed's been through. I need to like compile all the ones Reed and Neil have thrown at me over the past couple months so that I can know what I'm actually looking for. Reveal the relics before the actual job. That's fair. You never know. Figured I'd ask. Anyway, Primal Data Center, Party Finder, no password. Let me tell Zent that I'm on. do his lazy butt online. I heard a rumor going around about the Ninja Turtles set where the turtle commanders aren't actually going to be able to deal lethal damage as a flavor thing. So like all the commanders won't be able to actually kill the opponent because they have that rule of not killing. And bring a bit of doom and gloom. Are you talking about your person or your news? What happened with, actually, so I lied. I'm gonna go to Bosnia real quick. Is there a teleport to Bosnia? I think you have to do it through here. This one forever. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you had a good life, and I hope it goes easy. I'm not doing the Carnival just yet here, Cody, but we are attempting to get the rest of the spells so I can do it. I think so. No. So the airship pilot here. Sorry, I'm looking through how these changed. So every 2 steps from the previous one. So it went from this to this and it added a glow. Then it changed again, then glow, then changed, then the glow. Those are actually pretty sick on their own. But yeah, see, this is the samurai sword, the final one. It's like, like it's very meh. But then this one, this is one I have glammed. Just the fire effect is so freaking cool. Again, on Primal Data Center. May as well do this quest while we wait. Otherwise, what have we done so far? We've talked about pancakes. We've talked about food, clothing. It's Umia. Uh-oh. Don't worry about crying. It's good for you in reasonable doses. And dealing with loss is a good reason, I would say. Very reasonable. He's getting tested. With them being all considerate all of a sudden. I'm getting nothing fancy for this party finder. If anybody just wants to play along, have fun, or I'll find something else to do. I don't know. we'll do whatever. I don't have a whole lot to chat about off the top of my head though. I was working on the game all day, so that's all that's in my head at the moment. Finally got the first version of my game's take on like inspiration and backgrounds, so I'm excited about that. I shouldn't say the first version. It's probably the third iteration so far, but it's one that's actually more solid in my opinion now. So happy about that. Hoping next year we'll get to have a few of the Nest folks together and play a game on stream and try and get the word out that way. Just chipping away at things. It's a huge project. And I've gotten to a point where it's like, all right, I know that there's a lot of stuff to do, but I'm not sure what the next thing I should do is. I've only got the scaffolding of the Overlord so far, but no inspiration yet to flesh it out anymore, so I'm leaving that for the time being. Oh, there's one thing that I am changing with the Dark Generals. I'm gonna make some cheaper ones. Opinion about Final Fantasy Reborn? The mobile one? Somewhere in the rift. For reason you haven't done anything towards your game idea? Yeah. I mean, the first step is taking the first step. Want to do another Reborn to 14? Oh, is this a new interview? He's a scheming. You gotta deal with more gods. When will they learn? Let's see. Sushi. What Final Fantasy 11 gods? Let's see. So there's Promathia, and then there is Altana. So I'd imagine, I think we fought Promathia. We already fought the Four Lords, which were kind of their own deities, and the Progenitors, which were the Archangels. Kiran, Byako, Genbu, Seryu, and Suzaku. Then there's the gods of Altao. Sure, jailers. Oh, Absolute Virtue is probably gonna show up. That is considered a god in this list. But then, yeah, we have Jailer of Hope, Love, Fortitude, Faith, Justice, Prudence, and Temperance. Anyway, Yoshi P interview. You remember who the interview was? Oh, this is pretty recent. 1 day ago? Damn. Okay, hang on. Aiming for the game to be reborn for the second time. Fairly big announcement planned for FanFest, aiming for the game to be reborn for the second time. Okay. Few Korean media, Yoshi P is quoted as having said, the Final Fantasy XIV already facing towards the next 10 years. The fan festivals are planned, and a fairly big announcement is being prepared. Dude, if they... Oh my gosh, dude, I've been asking for them to just tear the game down again and rebuild it. Oh, if they actually do it, dude. It would be the happiest break of my life. Let's see. Let's see here. I really don't like reading. It makes me tired. Again, we're up on Primal Data Center if you want to join in. Just doing sync stuff. Gonna help out. I'm not decided yet. I'm actually, I made a breakthrough with my panic attacks. I can't explain it. Maybe it's a God thing. Like, I'm finally being refined enough to do it. But I was just having this moment where I was kind of sitting there and I was anxious. But then I was like, I just had the thought of, I don't want to panic. And then I just didn't. Like, I still feel anxious from time to time. I still get stressed and I get uncomfortable, but I'm not worried about it escalating to the next level. That one doctor really, like, nobody I saw, but that video that they did really impacted me, where it was just like, it's something that you can overcome. And it's one of those things where if you're in the middle of a panic attack, a way of overcoming it is you just imagine yourself in place, get the fear of dying and going crazy out of your head because it's not going to happen, and then just endure it. Don't try and calm down. Let the panic attack go. Let your body use up the adrenaline, and you'll be okay. Yeah, so I'm doing better with that. I don't know if I'll actually be good in a high stress environment like a plane, or if what would happen if I was stuck in like a similar situation with the 4th of July a few years ago. Like, stress is still very much, it takes a physical toll on me, and it's unpleasant. I don't like it. But a lot of people have that. It's just that for the first time in my adult life over the past like 5 or 6 years, I would say, especially like when I started in college, they started, that was a weird sentence, sorry. They started in college, and then they've like progressively gotten worse with the more responsibility put on me. But finally like realizing, oh, I need to actually like adjust and adapt. I'm still thinking juvenile thoughts, like adolescent. Like I need to come to terms with all the responsibility on my plate, and also realize how vulnerable and not invincible I am, because I'm used to that. Like I've been stressed before when I was a kid, but I've always just been able to like chill. Like nothing has been I've never been in charge of keeping people alive, you know? And it's just like for the longest time, I just never had that talk with my parents. I never just realized it. But then just coming to terms with the fact that, yeah, I do have a lot on my plate. I am doing a lot on top of that. And I'm not giving myself grace or a break between it all. I'm just go, 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 go. I'm never doing enough. I'm not hitting this number. I'm always comparing myself to other people. So it's all starting to like kind of come down. Like today I was able to be like, you know what? Today's a nice day. I want to get things done. I will get things done. But I want to chill. I want to relax. I want to have the window open. I want to die to allergies here. I want to enjoy the rain. I want to enjoy the sounds, the fresh air, the just sitting there and doing nothing here and there. So yeah, stick with it, troop. I understand how horrible the panic attacks are, but it'll pass and it'll be okay. All right, so let's see here. Let me get this out real quick, and then I'll turn this on. So, what topics would you like to focus on during your visit? When I met with the users in all regions, I don't want anything special. I want to be honest and hear everything they think. Characters. We have the highest per capita consumption of Fantasias. Alright. I used to think that Korea was a market for PC gaming was evolving in the norm. Situations change dramatically. Here, frankly about things with the environment users play in. Spend their time. Patterns for logging in, taking a break. Cool. I'm glad he's keeping his ear to the ground. Into the next decade, a fan festival is planned and some pretty big announcements are in the works. The determination to reinvent the game for a second time. We're rethinking everything from scratch with the goal of evolving the game itself into a cutting-edge service. Yes, this is the right way to go. In that regard, one thing I think is very important is the user's disposable time. Since disposable time has become very short, I would like to hear about the period during which they can log in, how long they play it, how long after logging in, and what kind of play they do. I think the game needs to adapt to that. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second, because this is something that I've considered myself because I want to make games and I want to figure out. So like, I want to make sure that the time to reward is enough, and doing that through the lens of as an adult. And there's a lot of different factors, being like weekly caps. On one hand, if you're younger and you have a lot of time, weekly caps are a big pain in the butt, because then it's like, I'm done playing, what else am I supposed to do for the rest of the week? But for an adult, if there's no weekly cap, all of a sudden we feel, and kind of are, but we feel like we're at a disadvantage because we can't spend as much time to maximize the amount of rewards that we get. Having the daily rewards is still a good incentive to just like, hey, I'm just gonna knock this off my list. I'm good, and then that's fine. I actually liked Lost Ark's system, where it wasn't like a fatigue system or anything, but it wasn't a daily thing. It was you got daily bonuses, but you could amass it over time. So if you wanted to do everything all in like one day, at the end of the week you could, and then there would be no FOMO. Like, dailies are not necessarily a FOMO thing, but it's like you do still have that instance of, oh, I didn't log on, I just missed my bonus, kind of a thing. And I don't think that's, I'm not saying that's a bad thing for, it's like leaves. It's similar to how the leaves are done, where you have an amount that goes up to a cap, and then you can use it. Similar to the new way that Monster Hunter Wilds does daily login stuff. You still only get the daily login reward for that day, I'm pretty sure. But you get the tickets, the lucky tickets, over time. So you don't feel like you're only getting that one a day kind of a thing. It gives you more stuff. So that's one thing, one approach to it, right? But then there's the things of, like for me, I made a thread asking people about fast travel. Let me make sure everything's still good over here. Yeah. Leona, are you in stream? I just want to make sure I'm not leaving this person high and dry. If that's you, Necro? Cool. Gotcha. So let's see. So what did I don't want to bring up my Twitter stuff right now. Not on screen. But the idea was like, is there a point to having an open world game if you just have fast travel? Now, as somebody who likes fast travel, I also like immersion. And it's a tough thing to balance. Because I've been thinking, like, in a scenario, keeping immersion while respecting time. This is my first thought. This is rough sketch idea, where you assemble your party. You all get together at the market board or the bulletin or the quest, whatever area it is where you accept a quest. It's a quest to do. Yeah, I could use this for a podcast thing, but this is you accept the quest, you get everybody together, and then go out into the open world. I'm totally fine with everybody warping to a spot after accepting a quest. Like, everybody queues in, everybody gets, but instead of like queuing into a dungeon, you queue together. You teleport together, and then you go out. And then the journey to the dungeon is part of the dungeon. Like, there, you could have either do it as an instance thing, where you're in your own instance area and you're on your way to the thing or whatever. But there could be stuff that spawns on the road, or treasure chests to unlock, or whatever. Or you could pool resources together to teleport straight to the dungeon. It could be a thing where you have to pick up tracks, like in Monster Hunter, fight certain monsters that are kind of roaming around in order to get clues to where the dungeon is. You go into the dungeon, you pick up treasure chests all around. Option, maybe, for doing extra stuff for extra rewards. Kind of like how the Criterion or the variant, you can go different paths or whatever. And then you fight the boss. And then you get your rewards. And then like generous rewards, like you get your piece of gear. You're not rolling against your compatriots, or you're getting tokens, and then you can bring that back to the thing. And then as part of like the accepting the quest, you get I'm thinking immersion here. You get your ticket, and it warps you back to wherever you were before. So I'll let chat catch you up, because I will lose my train of thought. So stuff like that, where that gets you the loot, it gets you your daily bonus, it gets you all that stuff, but it doesn't. The fast travel is limited. It engages you every step of the way, and it still takes like 20 to 30 minutes to get through it. So it's every step of the way is combat or using your skills or, you know, zipping around, traversing and stuff like that. And then you go in, do the combat, the main objective, and then get your reward. But like, I understand how tedious it is to always have to go here and there. If you're going through like a long list like 14 has, you don't want to have to go to every single location. But it also just sucks for me losing that bit of looking for a party. I still miss looking for a party. Looking for a party is not ideal nowadays because it takes too long and we don't have enough time. You could like waste an entire day just trying to find people that you want to do with. Like queue time, queuing up is good, but I just would like something where people meet up somewhere else and engage, and that engagement, the time it takes to engage, is not punished. It leads towards doing things right and getting the most out of the experience. I hate how unsocial things are. That's tough for me right now. All right, let's see here. Social time will obviously be vary by country, so I would like to hear directly from users. MMORPGs are a genre that take time to play, so I don't think they're a good fit for today's world. Not 100% true, but I know where he's going. There are also many pioneers who have played for a long time and moved on, and to follow in their footsteps you have to invest a huge amount of time again, which is difficult. I don't think it's right to have to invest hundreds of hours to enjoy a game. I agree. So, conversely, if there's something to look forward to every time you log in, and if the satisfaction that matches those expectations is provided, I think that MMORPG genre will continue to be loved. Yeah, so originally, right, when we had... Let me go back to my experience with Final Fantasy XI. Pre-Warcraft stuff. Every zone was an adventure for me. The combat wasn't necessarily super grabby and engaging, but every zone mattered. Sorry, what are you saying, Reed? Like, people meet up at a location, it sends this message that people are gathering and then pinging on the map and start like a special fate. Yeah, or like accepting a goal, an objective, a quest, and then just instead of taking you immediately to that quest, just taking you to a starting point to then go to that quest. So if it was a dungeon, I would want it to be you have to journey to the dungeon, meet at the dungeon, and like you start at the town, go to the dungeon, beat the dungeon, and then teleport back, and then you can do whatever you want after that. That's like your day. That's what you can do, and have it be, you know, hopefully the gameplay feels good enough where any sort of combat feels nice to do and rewarding, and then you get your rewards, and you can, you know, maybe get lucky here and there, or put in extra effort to get extra loot, and then you don't have to worry about going in all the time. You can maybe scale the difficulty, all that stuff. Because I don't know, like things I like from fantasy anime are when, you know, the hero goes out and does something that's super challenging for ordinary people, and then they get something special for that. I think it's cool if some people may feel slighted by that. It's not going to be like a winner for everybody, but it's, if everybody gets it, it's no longer special. So the idea being, as long as there's like just different chances to be like, oh, I got like Raya, for instance, went into Omega Savage. We beat it the first time. He got all 4 tickets that he needed. Like a jerk. You know, but like that's a cool thing that can happen. Anyway. But when I was playing 11, every area was an adventure. It was an experience, because the leveling was not according to a dungeon. It was open world leveling. So I don't think one is necessarily better than the other, but what's happened is that the Fate system needs a facelift. Guys, can you not yell, please? Thanks. Shatters my concentration. I'm already struggling through the TV. But like, I liked the chain fates. Fates that like attach you to the world, that like you travel through, you escort people. Those were more interesting, and now it's like fates up, kill monsters, fates done. It lacks depth. There's no creativity. There's no lore to it. Yes, there are chain fates, but it doesn't. It's like you beat the fate. Now here's bigger monster. Yes, Recon. we need to take him out. But if we had the mix of those elements where it was viable, because you want to also the issue with fates right now is that they are random. So sometimes it can be good, but it's right now it's not at a point where, like when I was doing them for the new Atma farm, we just have moments of like 5 minutes just sitting there because nothing was going on. We couldn't do anything. Like leaves are not a thing that are very accessible. They're not really good anymore. I don't think they do them for anything other than crafting anymore. Could be wrong. But the MMO genre, in my opinion, things that really matter to me are the immersion, the involvement that you have in the world, getting to enjoy every area. Because even once you get max level, because max level is the goal, but it wasn't. I didn't feel a need to rush to it. I just wanted to level up. Leveling up was the reward every time. Like I'd unlock new gear, I'd get access to new spells, I'd uncap my abilities, the combat skill level, and I'd be able to like do new things. Like that was everything was progression, and that tickles my brain. Progression. Right now it's like you're rushing to the end. And the more an MMO goes, like that's a whole other challenge. The more it goes, the more people want to rush because the cool stuff is at the end. Anyway, talking about immersion, involving in the world. Even if I did get to max level, I still have really, really, really fond memories of Valkyrie Dunes. I still vividly remember the sound of the rain and the lack of music and my chocobo splashing through the mud through what was it? It wasn't I think it was Battle of Downs. No, what was the one? Valkyrie. Was it from the dunes? I think. Or did you? It was. It was Pashao Marshlands, I think. Yeah, you had to go through Durfland here, and then you go to Rollenberry Fields. And it's like I just remember all these things, and like you had quest objectives and missions that would take you to the Kronstadt Highlands, and you'd have to go off, and like dungeons were built into the world. You know what I mean? Everything was dangerous then. Everything was dangerous. It was too dangerous there. But then I remember the relief of finally getting through to the next area, and then you hear the Rollenberry Fields music, and you hear the ambiance of the wind through the trees, and you You see the thunderstorms still off in the distance, and you're seeing all these new creatures in front of you, the crawlers outside of their nest, and you know that Juno is on the other side. You have to get there, and then there's all this other stuff that you get to, like, just it gave you a reason to engage in the world, even if you were forced to sometimes. To a certain extent, that builds a familiarity, it builds an affection towards the world. And it's just something that isn't built, even if we're doing Aether currents. You know what I mean? There's no reason to engage with the world at all. Like, you can do quests and stuff, but quests are so suboptimal for leveling. The rewards are trash. There's nothing to it, only if you're a lore nerd. But there are parts where the game has to, like, no, you do this if you want to progress. Like, go through this, and eventually it'll have that rewarding experience. I think some people just won't like it, and that's okay. That's also something that needs to be addressed, is that not everybody has to like MMOs. And MMOs shouldn't be made for everybody. MMOs should be made for people who like MMOs. Because it may not be a growing audience necessarily. You're not going to sell like Call of Duty numbers or whatever, or maybe you do. But it gets better when you refine it, not when you dilute it. My take. That's just my take. Yeah, so that's my perspective. Hopefully my sleeper agent in the chat is here, or they'll take the stream at some point. Usually they get it from this, or I'll make a video about it later. So yeah, that's basically where I'm at for it. Does nobody want to do Blue Mesa? I thought people were interested in this. I guess not. It's okay. A lot of this is 70 to 80 stuff. I wonder if I could do... Yeah, there's a PF up. It should be. Yeah, alright, here. Get on over to Primal. Because another option we do is that we trade each other. If you have like I could go in on my tank and get you yours. It's a Tuesday night? Well, I know. But like, that's never stopped people from joining streams before. It could just be the content. People didn't want to do Blue Mage stuff, but I thought I had people lined up to join me today. We don't need a full party. I just wanted at least like 4 extra people to help us out. If I try to guess people's schedules, it's never gonna go well. Because people, Tuesday night, this is our raid night as well. Like people will get on if they want to get on. Otherwise, I'll switch over to something like Monster Hunter, and we'll do that. So that's something that I want to do. I want to do more Omega. Yeah, I'll give it until 10 more minutes. 6:20 for me. And then we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll just keep chatting. So I'm glad though. This is very good. This is very good that Yoshi P is talking about this, because it's something that needs to be talked about, and I am 100% on board for it. How they navigate it is going to be interesting, because yeah, thinking of how I would do it, it would be extremely difficult. Okay. So, because you need a team to build the whole new thing, right? because I would get rid of this framework. I would literally blow up Eorzea, and like have it reformed, like the unsundering, the rejoining, everything's rejoined or whatever, destroy everything, and then just like based on our stuff, like we can keep character level. Hell, I would not mind starting over in a new MMO, Final Fantasy 14. I actually wouldn't mind, but we're not going to go there. Like keep levels or whatever, like whatever, screenshot the data and then do something to translate that into the new, like assign a code to it, and then when you bring it over to the new client, you have your character back, right? Anyway, we can't have a Realm Reborn. We can though. We can. That's what Yoshi P is talking about. That's what I've been asking for a long time, is that if they want to move forward, they need to get rid of the old system. They've done great. They've done great. For all the flack that they get, they've done a good job dealing with a system that was never intended for the modern 14. So at a certain point, it's something that they're staring down the barrel of it every single year. Every time they want to do something, every time they want to update something. Now, if they're superstars, they've already been working on it, and all the updates and stuff that they've been doing is going to carry over to the new thing. MSQ's been the biggest hurdle getting people into the game. Oh yeah. Again, because MSQ, and this is a Yoshi P thing as well. I don't know if it's how it was in 1.0, but this is a big Yoshi P thing. Listening to like Koji Fox talk about what 16 was meant to be, because I went into it expecting more of an RPG experience, whereas they intended it to be a playable movie. Their focus was the story and the lore, which is totally fine. If that's what they want from the game, that's cool. I didn't really go into it with that expectation, so as much as I enjoyed the lore, I liked the story, I wanted to know more, I was engaged. Adeline, I don't want to have to repeat myself. Not knowing that made it difficult for me to enjoy it as much as I probably should have. Because I expected something different, right? But I don't know if there's a way to divorce the story and the game. Trying to think about how to articulate this a little bit better. Because story should exist. I'm not saying get rid of story. I'm trying to say thank you for the stream's content. I always get a chance to watch it live. Hey, everybody's going through it right now. Yeah, if you're free, Zent, we're just trying to. That was the plan. So yeah, still keep story in the game, but. What am I trying to... I feel like the story locks so much content and everything is at the end. Obviously, the craziest stuff, right, is on... is at the max level. That's when like the challenges start and you start getting your end level gear. But right now, people are looking down that barrel and saying, man, if I want to play with my friends, I have to devote a huge portion of time. And like Monster Hunter has to do that now too, because they tied story so deeply to it. Which I think was a mistake. I think tying Monster Hunter's entire thing to the story was a bad idea. I much prefer the old style of you have single player mode, which is the story, and then you have multiplayer hub, online play, which is its own progression. And that wasn't as bad, because it didn't really feel bad to go back to hunt older monsters to help your friends catch up. You were still getting to hunt the monsters. You were still getting to fight stuff, and you know, sometimes you got carried, other times you didn't, but it's still, the experience of the game was not rushing through it so much as, let's just get you these required things to fight the harder stuff. But yeah, it's an interesting conundrum to be in, one that I don't have the answer to, and I don't know if there is a right or wrong way. I'll say that. These are just my ideas. Because you could have main story unlocking certain things, or you could just have, you need to accept this quest to do this other thing, and then main story will not progress until you've done that other thing, or the main story will automatically set you on course to do that. When is Ness gonna do another ultimate? Yeah, probably summer, I would say. I definitely don't want to, but after the next tier and after we've kind of recuperated a little bit, we might feel the desire, the urge to go back in. Let me end this and get Palwa in here. We're starting on Alteroit. I don't want to do the harder ultimates, dude. Ugh. I can't stand ultimates. What was the reaction? I don't like ultimate content. It exhausts me. Again, let me do my usual disclaimer. I don't hate ultimate content, as I think it should exist. I think it's fine that it exists. I think it's good. I think that it's good for the people that like it. It's just not for me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it to change. Don't want it to change, but I don't want to do it. Mostly because it requires a lot of focus, and the part that makes it so rewarding is the hard part for me, how punishing it is. Because it's constant and rapid moments of tension waiting for something to go wrong. So I go through an ultimate. I'll get us into the queue in just a second. It's not just the time commitment, it's the stress of it and the exhaustion that comes from that stress. It's you go through a mechanic, and every mechanic can just wipe you, right? Talk about Ukob. If somebody misses the orb, or the orb misbehaves, or goes through something, it doesn't register properly, it explodes, the entire group wipes. So every time an orb is about to explode, you have that mini tense up that explodes, and you're like, okay. And then over time, you start to get a little bit more worn out. I do, at least. And then you have moments where it's like, orb comes out, or you just got super far, orb comes out, something happened, boom, everybody's dead. And then you hear that explosion, and then something goes off in your brain like, fuck, gosh dang it. And then you go again. Something else that screwed up. Boom, orb goes up. You know, everybody takes a turn making a mistake, right? And then by the end of it, you're just like, dude, why are we here? Why are we here, dude? What are we doing? Why are we just screwing up to lose all our progress? And then it's even worse when you regress. The anti-prog. So it's like you've been progging this later phase for so long, and you've been doing so well, and then all of a sudden, oops, somebody died, which means everybody died. Which means go back to the start. This one should be Blaze. We need Blaze. So it's, yes, it takes a lot of time, but it's a lot of time doing, like, the prog is just brutal. But that's the point, right? The point of the whole fight is to be super brutal. So, like I said, I don't want the ultimates to change to cater to me. I'm just gonna stick with extremes and savages. That is a decent enough level for me. Is it flame or blaze? Which one? Hang on. I can see exactly which one we need. Should be 93, right? Yeah, just go easy on it. 93. Yeah, Blaze. Don't know what attack it is, but yeah, for whatever reason, the progging ultimates is absolutely hell for me. It is so exhausting. I'm just worn out, and then by the end of it, it's like, yay, we did it, but I never want to go back in and do it again. Like, I've never had that. I've never gotten done with an ultimate and been like, yeah, now time to farm it, because that was so much fun. It was like, yeah, that was cool for an ultimate, but I'd really rather never do that again. But what about more weapons? Don't give it. I don't care. Don't care. Got my one. That's why it's like such a grueling experience for me to pick one. Because it's like, I know this is the only weapon I'm getting. I don't think we've ever gotten more than one. Did we get... I think we cleared Uwu twice. But UCOB was a one-time deal. Independent static after going through 6 of them for M1. Oh, 6 for one stat for one tier. Yeah, yeah. I don't blame you on that. I don't blame you at all. Chill. The tough part of this is getting at the freaking cast. Nope. And then we have to hope that it drops for us. But like raiding is already kind of separate from the story. But what they've done with 14 is they've made it so that you have to finish the story in order to... Oh, here we go. Okay, now we can die. No dice for me. Anyway, yeah, like I want content. I want to give content to people. I want to have fun, do stuff. But every time I think about an ultimate, I immediately get stressed out. Especially when we, like, our static isn't perfect. There are people that get more stressed than others, and it also takes a toll on everybody else. Like, there's always that moment we have to have that talk of, like, chill. It's gonna be fine. Like, let's just... It's not that big a deal. We'll prog through it. It's gonna be okay. But it's always, like, somebody taking their self-worth and, like, getting especially upset over it. Like, it's not that deep. It's gonna be alright. We just have the echo as well as we do it, but I don't think we'll be able to do this sync. The problem is that it's hard getting people to do this content. They Square rolled the dice with this type of content and it just didn't pan out, or they weren't able to maintain it the way that they thought they'd be able to. Oh, that's it for me. I think that's how it works. If one person gets it, everybody gets it. Yeah, Beastmaster should be in the spring. With the 24-man. Alpha 3.0. So we need mustard bomb and peripheral synthesis. Oh gosh, flashbacks, war flashbacks. Mustard bomb and then peripheral. Hey, why is there fire on the floor? There's no mustard bomb. Oh, there's mustard bomb. Oh, is it 3? 3 spells? Oh, kill it! Uh. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Did we kill the... Oh, right. You gotta charge it. Like, where's the Ursula? Blue content definitely has potential. There it is. And moth running experience to use. I'll attack the legs. Okay, that's peripheral synthesis. Okay, we just need to mustard bomb this for the next one. Mustard bomb's pretty early, so we can kill it early. That's nice that we got one right out of the gate, though. That's good news. Explode! Oh, we still need to wait for it to do it. It should cast Mustard Bomb again. Alright, no worries, Luna. Yowza. Oh. Yeah. We're gonna try, Sonic. We're gonna try. Do you want to give it one more go, Necro, or you done? Okay. Take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're totally fine. Yeah, if people wanna hop in, I'm just if you wanna, I just need carries basically. Usually people always wanna join in for stuff, so. I'll keep the PF up if you wanna hop in. Yeah, I kind of want to swap to Monster Hunter. Maybe we'll do a couple of these because it took a really long time to get people in here. As much as I appreciate Hero and Mr. Zentelman here. Sorry. This isn't something that I do like all the time, so it's not like people have it written down in their schedules or anything. We got a lot done yesterday, though. You probably saw we were filled up. Lots of these. Let's see. Deals physicals on all enemies with an opposing. First enemy, 50% for the rest. Grants 1 stack of spick and span for each enemy afflicted with begrimed. Grimed effect is also removed. Something. So this gets them dirty. And then spick and span regen. What now? Ooh, nice. Thank you. Alright. And we're doing unsynced. Yeah, we spent a good couple hours yesterday on it. So it was time well spent. Okay, now wait for it to cast Muster Bomb. All these names. I didn't have PTSD going into Monster Hunter World. I have PTSD going back into Final Fantasy from Monster Hunter Wilds. Okay. Blow him up. Blow him up. Blow up his stupid face. Stupid metal beetle face. You can't kill me. I'll kill me. I gotta say, I prefer this to that stupid Nursilla. So much. This is so much better. Alright, dust this bug. You better give it to me. You better give it, mister. You son of a... Alright, one more. One more, we'll move on. I'm glad somebody brought that interview up, though. That is exciting. I'm really looking forward to the news on FanFest now. I was kind of like meh, like I'm kind of checked out, but that has reignited my curiosity. I'm very interested now. Oh, you're all good. You're all good. Loosen my neck up too. Sitting down so much doesn't help. That's for dang sure. There it is. There it is. Okay, that's a totem. Totem. Finally, Suzaku. This is the only one I really care about. TBH. This is it. So we need her in her human form. And it's Phantom Flurry. This is the one people have been telling me about for ages. I don't think I disliked this fight. I don't know why that would be unpopular. Quite enjoyable for me anyway. I found the cheat code. I can do this this ability while the apocalypse while the whistle wears out. A lot of people who talked to didn't like it. It's interesting. Not that my opinions or everybody else's opinions. I just had myself a good time. Like, I enjoyed this DDR mechanic. The DDR slash what's it called? Simon Says. Sentiment's been he's getting the old Pokeball treatment. Come on, Phantom Flurry. There it is. I think we can kill now. No dice. Try again. This Canadian internet. I'm gonna stand up. So I'm working on my lease deck. I'm finally putting it together physically. Cards. I didn't think I should have done outer sleeves instead of inner sleeves. I didn't know how these sleeves would be. At some point I'm probably going to unsleeve them, take off the inner sleeves, and then put the Dragon Shield outer sleeves on to preserve the art. These types of sleeves should be okay for the time being though. Going Instinct does have a 100% chance of getting the spell, but we only have 4 players, so... that's kind of the caveat. Still need 8 people to do a sync. After being in Party Finder for an hour and a half. This is what we got. so grateful. This is better than nothing. So I was like, I'm not gonna do this. Or I wanted to do it on content, didn't have time, or I was working on something else at the time. That's kind of always my challenge, is that usually when content's going on, I'm working on videos and I put it on myself to get them done super quick. So then I don't actually play the rest of the game. Once I'm done with raiding and streaming, I'm off and I'm working on videos, trying to play catch up, which I don't really need to do. It's silly to do. So I'll always get them done before the next patch. Almost always get them done before the next patch. And then I'm like waiting with the current patch cycles for new content. Like now, I could just wait for another month and not do anything. Do the exact same. So I'm gonna try and make the Pilgrim's Traverse video, but only a quarter of my usual audience is actually gonna watch it, so. Once I figure out a way to make it really good. But people have to give it that chance as well. Alright, one more try and then we'll move on. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Fun ability. Feels good. I'm slightly jealous that Monk doesn't get that as like a Kamehameha, and the what's it called? The Phantom Flurry. Blue Mage has a frontal positional. I know of Goblin Punch, which is beneficial if you're tanking, or gets more damage if you're tanking and hitting from the front. So that makes sense. Monk isn't ever expected to tank. Sometimes Blue Mage has to tank. That's the difference. Watching Yu Yu Hakusho again. She actually reminds me of Jin. This needs the horn. Wait, she have... Wait, okay, so she has a cast bar under her name. So it's like some enemies, not all enemies. Weird. I wonder what category of enemies it actually work for. Actually, looks really cool, Zant, where you're taking all those hits and the character animation and you blocking with your shield. Ah, robbed. Alright. Want to do it again? Alright, I'm down to try again. I really want this one. You know what? In fact, this will be the last one for the night. If we can just get this one out of the way, I'll be done. I'll switch over to like Monster Hunter or something. Or I'll even just call it a night. Go eat with my family. It's been kind of a dud of a night. Good conversation. Glad we did it still, but kind of forcing it at this point. Want to go into a dungeon with 4 blue mages all using that skill. Ellipsis. Oh no. Okay. Don't speak the monkey paws curse over me. Monkey's paws curse? A lot of possessives. Wait, babe, is it tacos or enchiladas? She doesn't care about me. Also don't want to yell in your guys' ears. Tendon, sheathe your sword in me, I beg of you. Why his rage at her was so funny. And he's gone. Alright, his death is required for me to get the skill right now. For me to get the skill right now. For me to get this. Wasn't worth enough. I don't make more jokes, but it's going to come off as mean. That. With all my dots first. Oh, only one of... Okay, that's the issue. Breath of Magic replaces other Breath of Magic. Okay, only one effect inflicted by this action can be active at a time. Got it. Will say when we're trying to farm a skill, this does get old pretty quick. It's a cool thing, but when we're trying to speedrun it, it's not as cool. not 3 iterations of it, you know what I mean? No, it's only 3 minutes 40 seconds that we're putting into this thing still. A little too far. Two minutes, 7 seconds, and still no drop. See, it wouldn't be... I know, I want it too badly. The desire meter's going off. Can you do... I don't think you can do... I don't think you can be on Blue Mage with a trust, can you? That'd be a nice solution, wouldn't it? As much as I'm all for keeping people engaged in the content, people are not engaged in the freaking content, so... Blue group, we can find out. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's not the most like there are some really cool spells, but it's a clunky system. Also in a lull period. That's true too, but even then, like I guess it is easier as soon as it comes out, but nobody's interested in doing the content. Or there's nothing really to do as a group, nothing to get, I don't know. Like you get the spell and then that's kind of it. So once people are done with it, they'd never really want to do it again unless they're helping people, like everybody carrying me here. I don't know what the solution to that necessarily is, but unless there's like a Blue Mage currency of doing Blue Mage content as Blue Mage. out farming? No. No. Omega and Eden Savages on blues and tents. Oh, that's cool. Have they added rewards for those? So far I only know about the Marble Mount. Dude, she's so stingy. All right, one more. I'm gonna go get some food. One more. It's this or it's nothing. I don't care anymore. I'll get it someday. So when the party gets blue raid for the first time, everybody can get loot. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Or are these just higher level spells? See, the rough part is that I don't think I need this for anything. It's just a really cool looking spell. Welcome back, Necro. Kind of like that it doesn't interrupt the spell when she repositions there. Oh yeah. I was watching because I have party effects off too. I saw Paulo here doing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's the emote that Kev had that person do during my breeding tier list, my job breedability tier list." The singular video that made it so the grinding gears never wanted to speak to me again. Well, I've never spoken to them, but yeah. Solidified their decision. At least 50% of their decision. Yeah, I made a tier list based on how breedable I thought the job would be. Staying on brand. I did the script, Kev did the video. Oh. Yeah, I didn't give that one to Scribble. That was me and Kev concoction. He did oddly well. Poor, whatever. All right, I'm done. I'm hungry. we'll do this another time. I appreciate you all. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for doing all this stuff with me. We'll do more later. We'll be doing stuff at some point because we're gonna try and get the mobile mount with another group. So if I need anything else, we'll probably do it then. Anywho, I'm not sure what to do tomorrow. I've got some errands to run. I might just kind of call it a day off. But yeah, regardless, I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. God bless you all. Check out the Patreon, support the channel, appreciate that. Membership on YouTube, Fourth Wall Shop, description in every video, and the gamer subs. Code NES 10% off. I'm actually going to get some right now because I'm exhausted. Actually, it might be too late. And then these on Coffee/DrakGamestein and Patreon/DrakGamestein if you want to get your own NES proxies to download and then order yourself. You can do that on there. Anyway, hope you have a great rest of your night, everybody. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time.